Hi YouTube, the full setup here, back with another tech review, and today we have the Nokia Lumia 930, their latest flagship handset phone. I'm doing loads of Lumia videos at the moment. I've also got the 635 out. I've done loads of gaming on this, I've done separate ones of the cameras, so please go to my channel, subscribe and have a look. Now, the Lumia 930 is, like I just said, it's their flagship range. It's got a 2.2 quad-core processor in it, 2 gigs of RAM, it's got a 5-inch 1080p screen in it. I think it's rated at 441 pixels per inch, and it's also got a rear 20 megapixel camera, pure view camera with twin mics and twin LED flash, and it's absolutely fantastic, so please go and have a look at my camera apps. Now, I've been absolutely loving this handset. I've had it for, I think, 2 weeks now. Been using it quite a lot, so I'm just going to take you into a closer look. I'm going to show you around the handset. I'm going to show you around the Windows Mobile. It's Windows Mobile 8.1 features, all the features from Nokia and from Microsoft, and also at the end I'm just going to tell you everything I love about it, a few things I don't like about it, and why I think you should buy it. Hi, so I've come for a closer look and I'm going to show you around the device quickly. So, firstly, height, it's 137mm by 71mm by 9.8, and it weighs 167 grams, but it does feel really nice. And it's got this lovely silver bezel around the outside, which is really good to see actually, because the original like Lumias, they were all plastic and they did look beautiful, but a £400 or £500 handset, you want some premium finishes on it. So the front, the display is a 5-inch full HD 1080p clear black OLED at 441 pixels per inch, and it has Corning Gorilla Glass 3. I'm just going to stop and breathe for a second. But the screen looks absolutely fantastic. Games, web pages, everything. You're going to absolutely love this. Front facing camera is 720p. The processor underneath as well is a Snapdragon 800, 2.2 gigs with an Adreno 330 and 2 gig of RAM. I just can't believe you get these kind of specs in phones. I never thought I'd say that, but absolutely amazing. This just smashes everything I throw at it. You can have loads of apps open at once and it just still runs smooth. And it's also a 2420 mAh battery, 32GB storage, and all your kind of standard Bluetooth, GPS, and it also comes with NFC and Qi charging for wireless charging. So that's everything that's inside it. What about on the sides? Okay, we've got the volume rocker, we've got the sleep button, and we've got the camera button, which I absolutely love. All phones should have a camera button, so bigs up to Nokia for that. To the rear here, we've got the 20 megapixel pure view Carl Zeiss sensor, which is just absolutely amazing camera. We've got a dual LED flash, twin mics, and a really nice speaker, so the speaker sounds absolutely fantastic. To the bottom, we have the micro, sorry it's not focusing that much, SD charging, micro SD, micro USB charging, the 3.5mm headphone jack on the top, and then we've got the SIM card tray for a nano SIM, and this the sound output on this is absolutely fantastic. On my Sennheiser Momentum, tweaking the EQ, incredible. So, that's all the specs. Let's have a look. So here we've got the Windows 8.1 operating system, which is a really slick operating system, and it's basically, you have all these different live tiles, so you've kind of got this really nice slick smoothness of iOS, but you have all the extra information with Android, like, oh my god, it's Rich's birthday, and I haven't called him. It's actually 4 of my other friends' birthdays as well. I don't even know if they're my friends though, but there's my Facebook news feeds. So you've got all your kind of standard, you've got stores, you can go into Xbox games as well, so if you've got an Xbox account, you can add all of that, and you can play these absolute fantastic games, and they all absolutely run beautiful, and everything I've thrown at it is run really smooth. There's also the Nokia Storyteller app. That's a really good one. You want to go have a look at my separate video on that. It uses geotagging, and you can do a whole day, so please have a look at that video and all the other videos on my channel. There's also Here Maps and Here Drive, which is kind of what Ovi moved over to, and these are absolutely fantastic as well. Especially with the Drive, what you can do is download offline maps. So you can, if you're travelling away, you're not going to be using data, so you can go around Europe basically, or anywhere in the world, and have GPS. That's brilliant. There's also the Xbox Music app, which I absolutely love. I wasn't really that much of a fan of it on Windows 8, mainly because I didn't have a touch screen. I preferred using Windows Media Player, but on this, again, slicks, all these side-to-side swipes, so easy to navigate. Also, there's Mix Radio, which is Nokia's radio, and you can basically, you just search for artists and it creates all these wonderful playlists for you, and it really does find stuff as well. Like if you're like me, you like your kind of niche music. Like I love underground UK hip hop and old school drum and bass, and it just finds everything, all the stuff from the 90s I used to love. God, I sound old, I'm only 25. And then just more kind of like camera apps as well and stuff. And you can move all these tiles about, you can resize them. So there you go, and you can really customise this yourself. You can change all the colours as well, or you can have like, you can change the background as well. Like on, it's powered off. I was going to show you my 635. You can have it so it's a white background as well. Also up top here we have the notification settings, which is kind of a standard now that you pull down for notifications on all smartphones. What I don't like is there's only 4 options here to turn off everything that's running in the background. You can change these, but I'd really like to see like 8 of them at least as a minimum. You know, you've got all this real estate, so that would be really nice to see. What else have we got? So then you've just got all the different apps, so many good apps. Like, I'm not going to go too far into it and show you, but ones I really love, like food and drink. I used to be a chef, I love cooking. So I can just like search for all the different foods, all the different stuff that I want to eat, which is brilliant. And then there's lots of Nokia camera apps as well, but I've done these all in separate videos, so please go and have a look. And as you can see, just loads of stuff to get you going, and loads of apps available already in the App Store. So very slick and easy to use. Other 2 things I wanted to show you is if you hold here, you can go to any open apps and just kind of flick those down. You can have loads of these running, it still runs really quick. And the one thing I absolutely love on this is the Bing search bar. Now, obviously you can speak into this what you want. You can either search your phone or you can search internet stuff, but there's some extra things that I really like here, and it's this one, which is where you click at the bottom and it shows everything around you. So it shows all the different food that's around you, all the things that you can do. It hasn't got anything, obviously there's nothing to do where I am, and all different shops and everything as well, so you can just find everything you are where you need to be, and that's just an absolutely fantastic feature. So there's just me quickly showing you just so many of the wonderful features that this phone has. So I'm just going to give you my final thoughts on it, and just tell you what I think you'll love about it, and just a few little things that I picked up that I would like to see in maybe an upgraded handset. So I just took you in for a closer look. I showed you all the features. Hopefully I didn't bore you too much. I just really wanted to show you just how great this handset is. And there's so many things I love about it, like the camera. Firstly, the camera. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. It's 20 megapixel Carl's S lens on it. It's an absolute bad boy. And just everything you can do with it as well. I think whether you're just a standard, there we go, bang, point and shoot guy, or whether you're just like really into photography, you're going to absolutely love this on the move. And I don't really think there's many other smartphone cameras out there that really match this for quality and also usability. I love the screen on it. It just looks absolutely fantastic. Gaming on it was amazing. Also, just web pages, just how everything looks on it. I love all the bundled apps as well. I wasn't really a fan of like Xbox Music just on a laptop with Windows 8 and 8.1, but on Windows Mobile it just runs really slick. And the Nokia Music as well, the Mixed Radio app as well, is something I think you'll absolutely love. And the maps as well. The maps is really good, really helpful for you to use. What I don't like about it, well, just a couple of things really. The notifications tray, like at the top, you've only got a few options, and that really needs to be expanded. Like the settings as well, it's just, as much as it's very slick and it's very easy to navigate around Windows Mobile, it just seems there's far too much going on in the settings. I mean, far too much. There's like 3 massive lists that are out here compared to Android and Apple. You've got one like this, so that really needs to be addressed. And the only other thing is, I think the mobile itself is just a little bit confused. Windows and Nokia, well, Microsoft and Nokia, they're the same company now. There's not a lot of other people making Windows mobiles. I think it's going to go, move purely just into Nokia, so this might happen in the future. But the fact that there's 2 different camera applications, there's 2 different sat navs, there's just all these 2 different things of everything, I think that will just confuse your basic user, and it just bloats up the device a bit and eats at some of the memory. So I just think, as though all the apps on their own individually are brilliant, I think if you put them together, if you put like both the maps together, if you put both the cameras together, this phone would be absolutely untouchable. Would you buy it? Well, yeah, I think you would really like to buy it. If you're into masses and masses of apps, maybe not. But if you like something that's really simple, really slick, maybe you've had an iPhone but you want a really, really good camera, then I think the Lumia 930 is for you, and you'll absolutely love it. So there's just my review on the 930. Plenty more videos on my channel, so please go and watch and please subscribe. Goodbye.